This is in response to Billy's Talking Points memo from Thursday, July 23rd, 2015, Abortion and the Network News. The only two reasons why Billy even wants to have this discussion tonight and to bring it up again is to point out two things. Is that number one, everything but Fox News is liberal. And number two, because they're liberal, you can't trust them. And so everything that we tell you is true, and everything that they tell you is not true. So he starts off the show by indicating that media are basically libs who genuinely support abortion, which I don't know where that comes from at all. I have no idea where that comes from. But, he's entitled to say whatever he wants to say. And I want to make clear, of course, this is in reference to the Planned Parenthood thing that went on for a couple days. And Billy goes on to talk about how much time Planned Parenthood was on the air when, the Comac Foundation canceled them because they actually got involved in abortion. And the amount of time each network spent on it, and then the amount of time that each network spent on this most recent Planned Parenthood thing from a couple days ago. And there's a vast difference in the amount, hours versus minutes, etc. Just a vast amount of difference. And Billy indicates, that this difference is there because the media is liberal and the media doesn't want to tell you the bad things, etc. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to go in this a little bit further is it does show Planned Parenthood in a little bit of a bad light. And of course, there may have been laws that company did when they photographed Planned Parenthood, unbeknownst to them and without their knowledge and without their consent. But getting into the main part of it all is that hospitals do this every single day. When children are delivered, when children die young, they always want to ask, and then of course when older people die suddenly through a car accident or some other means, that they are often asked if they would like to donate the organs. And there is a large transportation network for organ donations all across the world and in the United States. That's just the way it is. Planned Parenthood does not make any money off of this. They do get transportation costs. And of course, I give blood all the time. I'm giving blood very soon. And now I'm giving double red. I used to give regular. And I've been doing it for about 15 years, given well over 100 times. And the Red Cross really doesn't make a lot of any money by selling it. But they have a lot of costs. They have a lot of fixed costs. They have the places the commercial places that they use. There's rent there. All of the procedures that they have to go through. All of the backups. All of the testing. All of the transportation. All of the stuff that may be necessary to keep that blood whole and good. All that's got to be taken into consideration when they get it. And of course, the whole aspect of it is that blood is useful to those who really need it when they get to the hospital. So I understand that whole concept of it. I don't know why Billy and the people on the right don't understand that concept that, hey, this is a service that they're providing and they should be compensated just for the service itself. I can't understand that at all. And the second thing I'd like to bring about that in terms of Billy is, hey, you're a stinking Harvard man. You show this stuff on the air, it puts them in a bad light, and then you're convinced, completely convinced, that the reason why they're doing it is because they want to profit off the thing. Now, I would venture to say, if that is true, how come in all of their undercover sting operations, how come they don't have a signed contract with Planned Parenthood for delivery of this liver, of this lung, of this gallbladder or whatever for a certain dollar amount that's exorbitantly above what you would find out would be normal delivery costs, in the organ donation arena. How come we don't have that? You see, they only want to play on the little aspect of it and just make an outrageous statement that that's the way it is. And of course, Billy wants to end up by talking about how the media is unfair, and the media only wants to present the kind of news that they want to present, and that this organ selling proves it. And of course, no organ selling. They don't want the profit. They just want to cover their costs. And again, this whole thing is done for two reasons. Number one, to keep that issue alive. And the reason why Billy brought up the fact that they weren't covering it is because they're not covering it because they investigated it. They found the same things that I'm telling you right now, and they've dismissed it. But in the endless circle loop, concentric circle of right-wing world, they have to keep bringing it up time and time again until everyone is convinced that it's true when it's really not true. Another good job by Billy, another good job, of this whole thing. The media's biased. Don't believe anything they say. Pay attention to me. And the reason why it's not being covered is because I'm truthful and they're not truthful.